A somber victory for a North Texas family after a judge says that a brain-dead wife and mother will be allowed to die. That ruling came down in Fort Worth this afternoon.
Barring any more legal maneuvers, Marlise Munoz will be removed from life support by 5 p.m. Monday. Munoz collapsed in November and never regained consciousness. Her family was ready to take her off life support, but JPS doctors said that they couldn't because the wife and mother was pregnant. We have multiple crews at the Tarrant County Courthouse, starting with NBC5's Chris Van Horn.
Deanna, this is a copy of the decision by R.H. Wallace, the judge in this case. And while it was a very complicated issue, what it came down to was this: the state law that JPS was citing, saying that they could not take Marlise Munoz off of life support, the judge found does not apply in this case because Munoz is dead. Judge Wallace gave JPS Hospital until 5 o'clock on Monday to remove Munoz from life support, giving them some time to appeal if they chose to. But at this point, she must be removed from those machines and pronounced dead by that time. Well, both the hospital and the family's attorneys agreed in court documents filed today that she's been clinically brain dead since late November. The hospital had argued state law requires them to keep a pregnant patient on life support. The Munoz family argues she's dead and that her unborn baby is not viable, and as the judge ruled, that law does not apply here. Now, here's JPS's reaction, saying in a statement late this afternoon, quote, JPS Health Network appreciates the potential impact of the consequences of the order on all parties involved and will be consulting with the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office. Now, the DA's office has said it will have no further comment, so it is unclear whether or not an appeal will be filed or not. And my colleague Amanda Guerra was inside the courtroom when that decision came down. She joins us now with some of the family's reaction. Amanda?
Yeah, you know, it was so emotional for everyone involved in this, both sides for that matter. You know, the Munoz family, they've been begging JPS Hospital for 2 months now to take Marlise off life support. They said all Eric Munoz, her husband, all he wanted to do was bury his wife in peace and move on. Now, cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom during this hearing, but I was able to sit there and listen to all of this. It was extremely emotional for the most part. Eric sat there and simply wiped away tears from his eyes. You can imagine how difficult it would be to sit there and listen to lawyers talk about your wife and how her body is deteriorating and how your child inside of her is not viable, how it was having complications. Even the judge said this was a tragic and extremely difficult case for everyone. And when he read that decision and ordered JPS Hospital to take Marlise Munoz off life support, you could feel the relief from her family. They immediately started crying. You could hear them crying. This is something that they had been holding on to so close for 2 months now, just wanting to let this tragedy move on, to bury Marlise Munoz and her unborn child. Well, now they can finally do that. Now, afterward, Eric walked out of the courtroom with tears in his eyes. He didn't want to say anything to our cameras, but his lawyers did. Here's what they had to say.
This is the decision we sought. There's nothing happy about today. This was a sad situation all the way around. We are relieved that Eric Munoz can now move forward with the process of burying his wife.
And again, JPS Hospital has until 5 p.m. on Monday to declare Marlise Munoz dead and remove her from life support. Of course, we'll keep you posted if we hear anything additional from JPS Hospital. We're live tonight in Fort Worth. I'm Amanda Guerra, NBC5.
Amanda, Chris, thank you both.